If I told you short form content was dead, you know, those TikToks, the Reels, the YouTube Shorts, gone, you'd probably respond with confusion. You might not even believe me. The thing is, it might be true. Short form content like Reels, TikToks and Shorts has been the ultimate growth hack of the last few years. But what if it's reached its peak? And why can't I find an answer to the question, which type of content truly wins when it comes to growth and money? So to answer the question, is short form content dead and is long form the future of content creation? I asked, well, everyone, these are the results. I also did a lot of research and I think I've got the answer. You ready? Let's dive deep. So, is the death of short form upon us? For us to answer that question, we need to understand how it became so dominant. Because the thing is, short form content didn't just appear overnight. It evolved step by step. Let's take Snapchat. Launched in 2011, and it was one of the first experiences we had of short form vertical content, especially content that was snappy, bit raw, authentic, and disappeared after a few seconds. Snapchat trained us to get used to short, casual, quick video updates throughout the day. And then Instagram saw Snapchat and copied it. And this isn't me just guessing, by the way, guys. Instagram have literally said this before. They launched Instagram Stories in 2016, and they pushed out this idea of snackable, short vertical videos to the masses. And then, of course, you've got TikTok, which I know was previously Musical.ly, but TikTok took off globally in 2018. And TikTok really sharpened the idea of short form vertical video. On that platform, the rule was simple. If people watch it, it will spread. You will go viral. Now, I still don't like to say the word that we use to describe what was happening in the world around that time in my YouTube videos, because I once heard someone say that if you say that word, your video gets like penalized. Is that even true? Can you let me know in the comments? Anyway, we all know what was happening in 2020. And as a result of what was happening, people were spending a lot more time at home and a lot more time on their phones, which means short form vertical video, especially on platforms like TikTok, skyrocketed. So much so that daily screen time increased by 1.75 hours per day. That is almost 2 additional hours on your phone every single day. And honestly, that stat feels conservative to me because I'm pretty sure I was on my phone for like 10 hours a day during that time. Instagram launched Reels in 2020, YouTube launched Shorts in 2021, and honestly, the rest is history. By 2025, Reels and Shorts were being viewed over 200 billion times a day. I had to check this stat 4 times because I was like, what do you mean 200 billion views each? 200 billion on Instagram Reels, 200 billion on YouTube Shorts. We're not even talking about TikTok. That's how big short form content got. When people talk about the golden age of short form content, this is what they mean. And do you know who's the perfect example of this time? Khaby Lame.
Khaby Lame.
Khaby Lame.
Khaby Lame.
The most followed TikToker in the world.
This is Khaby. I'm willing to bet you've seen his content before. So in 2020, he loses his factory job and he starts to share short form content on TikTok. He basically reacts silently to overcomplicated life hacks which just have a really obvious solution. And that's literally it. That is the entire format. There's no big production, just a very simple idea executed perfectly. But here's the thing. He started posting at a time where TikTok's algorithm was aggressively pushing new creators. Do you guys remember this? It was a time where it felt like anyone could blow up, go viral, and actually become very famous if they started posting content on TikTok. Within about 18 months, he passes 100 million followers on TikTok. That's a year and a half, guys. 100 million followers. And at no surprise to anyone, he ends up becoming the most followed person on the app. But it doesn't stop there. In recent years, he's achieved a long list of accomplishments, including becoming one of the faces of Hugo Boss and
Senegal-born social media star Khaby Lame has secured a near $1 billion deal.
Yes, you heard that correctly, $1 billion deal. Now, this deal does include him giving a company the right to create a digital clone of him. So he's going to have like an AI twin, which I feel like is a deep dive conversation for another video. Back to today's video. All you need to know is that Khaby is the shining example of people uploading simple but effective short form content at a time where it was absolutely flying and managing to become incredibly successful off the back of it. As impressive as that is, growing the same way just simply wouldn't happen now. That was short form at its peak. Now there are tens of millions of creators all creating short form content and all posting in the same place, which means the volume of content has exploded, but the amount of attention hasn't. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's oversaturated, because I hate when people say that. But we also have to be real and understand the state of content creation if we want to grow an audience in the future. So whilst the short form algorithms aren't quite as generous when it comes to pushing out content as they used to be, long form content has been steadily tracking in the background and it might just be reaching its peak. More and more platforms which champion long-form content are rapidly gaining in popularity, such as Substack. And then you have your legacy platforms like YouTube, which are focusing more and more on pushing long-form premium content because more and more people are watching YouTube content on their TV screens. Then you also have platforms like TikTok, which actually allow you to upload videos up to 60 minutes in length. Did you guys know that? A lot of people don't realize. TikTok is coming for the long form game. Now, all of this is a far cry from those 8-second videos that we used to upload. Do you remember? Embarrassing. So we've established that short form content might be past its peak and that long form might be having its moment. But in order for us to figure out which we should be focusing on, we need to deep dive one question. Which format will bring you the most success in the modern era of content? Long or short? I'm getting the whiteboard out. You know what that means. I mean, you probably don't actually know what that means because I do not use this anywhere enough as I should. But it means we're going to step inside the matrix. Not that matrix. Put your marketing hats on because we're talking about the Boston Growth Matrix. It's a marketing tool used to evaluate products, but we're going to use it to answer the question, which is better, short form or long form content? So how this works is super simple. Stick with me. I don't know who told me to use Post-it notes for this exercise because, oh my God, they have one job, which is to be sticky, and they're not sticky. So we're going to call in some reinforcement and use some blue tack here. Much better. In order for us to well and truly know which format we should be focusing on, we need to compare two things. First is the growth potential of that format. So which of the two, short form or long form, is going to help you grow an audience. And the second is your earnings. Now, I know some of you might not be in it for the money. You're a better person than I am. The rest of us, we want to make some money from our content, right? So we want to make sure we're evaluating which of those two formats is most likely to make us a decent income. Now, as we make our way through the BCG matrix, we'll be able to figure out which category short form content and long form content sits in. And from there, we can figure out a best plan of action, right? And if you're wondering what the categories are, don't worry, I'm about to tell you. The first category is called dogs. Don't ask me about the names. I don't know why they have these names. But if short form or long form ends up in the dog category, that basically means that they're not really worth our time. Then you have the question marks. These are like the problem children of the format world. They allow you to grow an audience, sure, but maybe not great at helping you earn an income. And then you've got the cash cows. These are great for people who don't really care that much about content creation. So it's kind of like you're just creating content to make money and nothing else. Great for people like that. And trust me, no judgment here. And then you've got the stars. The stars are the ones that have huge growth potential and huge earning potential, but often requires quite a lot of work because you have to feed that growth engine. Got it? Great. Let's talk about which format is going to help you grow the most first. Now, any conversation about short form or long form content is not complete without talking about Storyblocks. If you're new to Storyblocks, it's a stock media subscription service which allows you to get access to millions of photos, videos, sound effects, special effects, templates, literally anything you need to take your content to the next level, whether you're focusing on short form or long form. Now, we all know the importance of storytelling in our content. And when you use Storyblocks, you essentially get access to an all-in-one creator toolkit. This toolkit will help you tell stronger and better stories through the use of their high quality human-made stock content. And because all of their content is human-made, you know it's going to reflect real human experiences. And this is usually what takes your content to the next level. Storyblocks is also designed for speed as well as creativity. On average, creators save around 3.5 hours per week when they utilize Storyblocks. I'm definitely one of those creators. I can save time by using their template library, by using their special effects, or even my motion graphics to help me land a point or really level up my content. Plus, when you use Storyblocks, you can rest assured that everything you're using is royalty-free and pre-licensed. So to start telling better stories with the tools that I use, head to storyblocks.com/jade.beason. Plus, they're offering 15% off any annual plan for a limited time. That discount is only available through my link. Hear me out. I'm working on a video where I'm trying to figure out which format is the best, short form or long form content, right? I'm trying to definitively answer that question. And the idea is that it's going to help people figure out which they should be betting on for 2026 and beyond. So I was thinking, what better way of me actually coming up with the answer to that question than to ask 30,000 people?
I mean, yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it. I don't know why I shut my laptop. I need to create the survey. All right, so I'm going to create a survey and send it out to 30,000 people, also known as my email list, all creators, all business owners, and I'm going to get their thoughts on how they think short form and long form content compares. For example, I'm going to ask them which format has helped them grow the most, and I'm also going to ask them about when they started their journey, because I think this is important, because as we said previously, back in the day, it was a lot easier to grow on short form. Maybe that's not quite the case anymore. So let's get to work. All right, lads, I've really quickly pulled together some questions. If you wouldn't mind just dropping this into a Google form and emailing it out before the end of the day, that would be amazing. All right, now I can shut my laptop because we've done it, and I'll see you in a few days when we've got some results.
3 days later.
Okay, that's better. The results are in, guys. So when comparing short form and long form content in terms of growth, short form scored 3.47 out of 5, right? So for reference, the scale was 1 out of 5 means that it doesn't help you grow at all. 5 out of 5 means that it's like your main growth driver. So short form scored 3.37. Now in comparison, long form scored 3.03. So according to you guys who helped me out on this occasion, you are finding it easier to grow your audience through short form content than long form content, which means if we go back to my trustee matrix, I'm going to be moving short form content over here and long form content over here. Now, we're not going to leave our research there, although that is very, very valuable. It's important that we pair this with what we know about how social media platforms work, because this does influence our score ever so slightly. For example, we know, or at least I know, because I spend all my time researching algorithms, that most social media platforms have algorithms that are specific to short form content. On Instagram, they have the Instagram Reels algorithm, which is different to the algorithm which powers your carousels, for example. On YouTube, your YouTube Shorts algorithm is different from the algorithm that powers your long form content, like this video. And the reason why that's important to note is because one of the key differences for these short form algorithms is that they are designed to push your short form content out to people who don't already follow you, which might explain why you guys are saying that you actually find it easier to grow through your short form content, because the platforms are trying to push your short form content out, even more so than the long form. So we've established that short form content is best for growth, but what if the thing that helps you grow the most isn't also the thing that helps you get paid? It's time for us to follow the money. So in the survey that I sent out, I didn't just ask people to compare short form and long form and how much it helps you grow. I also asked them which format is helping them make the most amount of money. And the results were interesting. Short form only got a score of 1.93 when it came to people's ability to make money through their short form content, whereas long form got a score of 2.28 out of 5, which tells me two things. First of all, people find it easier to earn money through long form content. Secondly, we all need to make more money, because 2.28 being the highest score is not good enough. So let's update the matrix with these two results in mind. But wait, there's more. In order for us to truly answer this question, we need to dive deep into the subject that matters the most. How much will social media platforms pay you for short form versus long form content, and why is it different? Now, there are two main ways that a social media platform will pay you money. One way is through revenue share. The second way is through pooled revenue. Now, you might be familiar with the revenue share model already. It's how platforms like YouTube have worked for years. In fact, let's take YouTube as an example. Once you meet a specific criteria, you're able to join YouTube's partner program. When you join YouTube's partner program, you can place ads in and around your videos, like the ones that you've been seeing in this video. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Brands are paying for their ads to play in your videos, right? That is where YouTube's income is coming from. Now, as a way to say thank you to the creators who are producing content for ads to run on, YouTube will split the money that these brands are paying them with the creators themselves. So for all of the ads that you see on my videos, a portion, around 55%, is going to YouTube, and the rest of it, around 45%, is going to me. That is the essence of a revenue share model. Now, this is almost exclusive to long form content. The reason why is because the longer your content, the easier it is for you to put ad breaks in and around it. This even goes for long written content. A small paragraph is going to be really difficult for you to place an ad between, but 2 pages worth of text, you have multiple opportunities to place an ad. Now, what this essentially means is that the longer your content, the more opportunity there are for ad placements, and therefore the more money you can actually earn from the social media platform you're posting on. Now, in comparison, you have the pooled revenue model. This is very different. So instead of ads being tied directly to your specific content, ad revenue from a large pool of content, from shorts and reels and TikToks, it's all combined. Creators can then earn money from that pool based on their performance metrics. This is how creator funds on platforms like TikTok works. So yes, you are earning a money based on how well your content performs, but the amount that you're earning is actually based on a broader pool of income. You've probably guessed this already, but this is usually how you earn money from your short form content. And the reason why is because your short form content is too short to put multiple ads in between. Attribution could get messy, and generally platforms just think it's easier to go with the pooled revenue approach. The result is that you make less money because there are fewer ads, distribution is diluted, and there is a lot of competition. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Jade, there are other ways to earn income through your content. I mean, of course, I literally champion the idea of having multiple income streams all the time. Interestingly, the amount of money you could earn from these other income streams will also differ depending on the type of content you're sharing. When it comes to selling a digital product, a physical product, a membership, a subscription, like whatever it is that you're offering outside of your content, the most important thing that you're going to need is trust. In fact, 84% of consumers have said that they need to trust a brand before they actually buy from it. So with that in mind, long form content yet again comes out on top when it comes to your ability to earn. Because 70% of people feel they feel closer to a brand or a person after they've consumed their long form content. Not their short form, their long form. So long form helps you build trust, and trust helps you get sales. So if we pull all of that information together, we can now move short form content and long form content to the final place on the matrix. I'm going to mull this result over, and then tomorrow let's check back in and come up with a game plan based on those results. Okay. Let's make a game plan. So we now know two things, right? Short form will help you grow, long form will help you learn, and can also help you grow. Long form is basically like a unicorn. It can kind of help you do all of the things. So what do we actually do with that information? Let's bring back the matrix. Long form now sits in cash cow territory. Now, what that means is that it requires continuous effort, time, and consistency, especially when it comes to the content part. But when you're consistent with that, you might be able to unlock some really valuable income and also some consistent long-term earnings. However, if you are not a creator who loves to create content, like if you're seeing creating content as a means to an end, if you have no plans to invest in your content, if you don't even want to continue doing it for more than a year, then long form content probably isn't going to be the best route for you because it requires just so much commitment. So if you're a creator who's in this for the long haul, or maybe you're a business owner who knows at some point you're going to hire someone to create content for you, long form is for you. And then we have short form. Short form content sits just on the edge of the question mark territory. Now this means two things: high growth, uncertain earnings. Short form content basically feels like you're raising a very loud, very talented child who hasn't quite figured out how to pay rent yet. Wow, I really think I've nailed that analogy. Now, you might earn enough through brand deals or maybe even through the pooled revenue that we spoke about previously by simply sharing shorts. Like that might be enough. And even if it's not enough, earning an income for your content might not be a goal for you right now, and that's totally fine. However, if it isn't enough and if money is your goal, you're going to need to balance out your format mix. Here's how you're going to do that. If you've just started your journey, you're going to start out by sharing both formats, short and long. Don't forget that long form content is actually pretty diverse. This doesn't just mean filming a long video like this one. It can also mean writing a long article or a blog post on Substack, for example, or maybe a podcast episode. If you're already sharing long form content but you're struggling to grow, you want to start integrating short form just to help you get the word out, make the most of those algorithms, and hopefully allow you to welcome more people into your world. And if you're currently a long form creator and you're totally fine with the rate of growth you're experiencing, then all you need to do is hone in on your craft, because you're already sharing the format that I think is going to dominate content creation in years to come. That's been such a fun deep dive. Let me know in the comment section what you want me to explore next. Don't forget you can check out Storyblocks by heading to storyblocks.com/jade.beason. And if you feel like hanging around, I recommend watching this video. It's all about how Instagram's algorithm works. It's literally the only video that you need to watch if you truly want to understand the algorithm. Thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next one.